Welcome back, villagers, to another episode of Hugh Tran, the Insurance Man. Like always, I appreciate every single one of you for your time, your comment, your like. Because of you, our small community is growing. Just last year, I had 0 subscribers, 0 views. And because of your support, I'm close to 500,000 views. On top of that, I'm very, very close to getting monetized. I can finally buy more books for my son, baby. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Now we gotta tackle Daniel Penny. Is Daniel Penny a hero or is he a criminal? In my humble opinion, based on facts, based on what I've been researched on, he is a hero. Before you attack me, read the case and see exactly what's going on. Don't let the legacy media influence you. You, my villagers, have the ability to think, have the ability to research, and have the ability to form your own critical thinking, your own belief. So don't let anybody and their mama tell you you cannot do that. So based on my research, Daniel Penny is a hero. And I do not like the political agenda for dragging him in and out of court, stress him out, and they were about to put him in jail for a very long time if it wasn't for Donald Trump becoming president of the United States. Insurance man, what the heck are you talking about? Do you really think if newly elected President Donald Trump didn't affect this case, you are not following what's going on? If Kamala Harris even come close to winning, Daniel Penny will be in jail for a very long time because the woke states, the woke corrupted politicians, they're going to put an innocent man in jail just so they can play their agenda. That's crazy. But if you do some research, you would understand what I'm telling you. It's true. With that aside, let me jump to why am I talking about Daniel Penny? If you haven't heard about his case, I got you. The Daniel Penny case involves the death of Jordan Neely, a 30-year-old homeless man with a history of mental illness, arrest, on a New York City subway in May 2023. And this is what happened. I break it down into 3 parts: an incident, legal proceeding, and the defense and prosecution arguments. Incident: Daniel Penny, a 26-year-old former U.S. Marine, placed Neely in a chokehold after Neely entered a subway car and began acting erratically, yelling about hungry and thirsty and expressing he doesn't care if he live or die. The chokehold lasted nearly 6 minutes, during which time Neely went limp. The medical examiner later ruled Neely's death a homicide due to compressions of the neck. The legal proceeding: Penny was charged with second-degree manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide. Bullshit. After extensive jury, the manslaughter charge was dismissed due to the jury's inability to reach a unanimous decision. On December 9, 2024, a couple days ago, Daniel Penny was found not guilty of criminally negligent homicide. All charges got dropped. Daniel Penny walked away free. Rightfully so. It should have not been brought up at all. But because New York is a woke state, they're going to try to use this man for their political agenda. So thank you to United States of America for healing. Thank you to our newly elected President Donald Trump for being the next president, because America is the land of the law. What Daniel Penny did is not criminal, because he was protecting law-abiding citizens. He was doing what he's supposed to do, and everybody should do the same thing. Not because of your skin color, not because of your political views. You do what you do that is you feel right to help another human being. Protect each other. That's how we're able to level to the next part of, humanity. Humanity lately has been so crazy divided by woke legacy media that we forget what it's like to be human. Daniel Penny is a hero, but let me continue with the summary of what's going on. So the defense and the prosecution's arguments. The defense argued that Penny acted to protect himself and other passengers from what they perceived as a threat from Neely. There were a black man supporting Daniel, a black woman supporting Daniel, a Mexican woman supporting Daniel. The only people that are against Daniel are the woke culture and BLM, Black Lives Matters. I'll bring them up in a little bit, but let me continue. They claim that Neely's death might not have been solely due to the chokehold, but could also be attributed to factors like drug use and underlying health conditions. Legacy media will not tell you this. You have to actually read the case to find out that, hey, there was drugs involved, there was health condition involved, because there were videos, the second videos from the police footage that showed that Mr. Neely was still breathing. But they didn't want to show you that. That's not part of the agenda. The prosecution, however, maintained that Penny used excessive force, particularly after Neely was no longer posing an immediate threat. I have a couple TikTok videos I'm going to share with you too. For me, I train jiu-jitsu, so I'm very familiar with the choke that Mr. Penny put Neely in. It's a really good choke, and if you choke that person correctly, you can do serious harm to that person. But if you let go of the choke too early, it can backfire, and Mr. Neely can kill Daniel Penny. Because if you choke someone, you're laying on your back. If you let go of that person, the first thing that person can do is turn around and attack you. If you're getting attacked while you're on your back, you are not in a good position. You will get seriously hurt, if not killed. Now, we got the summary aside. Let's go ahead and jump to this first video I want to share with you, and then we'll talk about it. Take a look.
What in you caused you to want to get involved?
I mean, I'm not a confrontational person. I don't really extend myself. I think this type of thing is very uncomfortable. All this attention and limelight is very uncomfortable, and I would prefer without it. I didn't want any type of attention or praise, and I still don't. Mm-hmm. The guilt I would have felt if someone did get hurt, if he did do what he was threatening to do, would never be able to live with myself. And I'll take 1 million court appearances and people calling me names and people hating me just to keep one of those people from getting hurt or killed.
That video, if you watch Daniel Penny appearance, the way he talks, the way he looks, he doesn't care about the fame. He's really about helping another human being, and that's why I gravitate toward Daniel Penny. You can say whatever you want to say about him in the comment section, but this video is how I feel that Daniel Penny should be a hero. After watching that, you know, if I was in Daniel Penny's position, I would do the same. If someone enters the subway and gonna threaten other law-abiding citizen, and if they threaten me and I do not feel safe, I'm gonna put that person in a chokehold until authority arrive. What happened next, I'll let God decide. But I'm the type of person that if I'm in a situation that I could help somebody, and it turned out that I didn't help that person, and that person ended up getting hurt because of the decision that I made not to help, I would not be able to live with myself. That's just the kind of person I am. The same thing with Daniel Penny. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think, because there's mixed review, there's mixed emotion that people are saying Daniel Penny, he have no right, to take away another man's life. But if that man, Jordan Neely, he's a bad person based on facts. 42 plus arrests is a lot. But let me continue. So in this video right here, you're gonna see that Mr. Neely say to Daniel that made him put him into a chokehold. If you come and threaten me and I have no weapons on, I'm gonna choke you out too. as part of being a jiu-jitsu practitioner, I have the ability to submit anybody at will, but I don't use it until I really need it. So if you, my villagers, want to try something new, self-defense, to protect yourself and your family, go do jiu-jitsu. It helps a lot, mentally, physically, and it helps you become really, really strong. On top of having like learn like 1,000 ways to submit somebody. You don't have to use it every day, but when you need to, you be on top of your game. And that's very important. Another thing I want to talk about, it is very important. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think too, is the fact that Daniel Penny knew how bad laws and policies are in New York. You know, in New York, if you defend yourself, you still have to get dragged out in court, just like Daniel Penny. We need to fix that. And instead of making like a race, making it like he's the bad guy, she's the bad guy, why don't we look at the politicians that are making laws in New York? Woke ideas is what destroying America from the inside. Weak policy, weak laws, weak penalty is what killing America from the inside. We gotta fix that. Until we fix that, things like this is gonna happen a lot more. And every time when something like this happens between one color, skin color, white or black, BOM is gonna have a field day. What am I talking about? I got you. What did BOM say? Right here. New York City, BLM respond after Daniel Penny was cleared of all charges. This is one of the leaders of BLM. I don't trust her because there's been news articles allegedly claim that these woke BLM officials used the donation money and bought themselves mentions. If you know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comment section. We can dig further into that in another video. But what did this person say? These wonderful white people, I hope they celebrate their Christmas while the Neely family is praying and asking God for comfort. God damn them and God damn America. No, lady, God damn you. Because where was Mr. Neely family? Where were they? They abandoned him. He became homeless. 42 arrests. Were they there to help him? No, they weren't there. They abandoned him and he went to the street and did bad things and hurt law-abiding citizens. Until his death, they didn't give a shit. But now that he passed away, they're going to come out and capitalize, make some money out of it. Horrible human being. Insurance man, what are you talking about? Well, this is his father. His father by the name of Andre Zachary. I just want to say I miss my son. My son didn't have to go through this. I didn't have to go through this either. It hurts. Really, really hurts. What are we going to do, people? What's going to happen to us now? Jordan Neely's father, Andre Zachary, said outside the court Monday after Daniel Penny was not guilty. They dropped all charges against Daniel Penny, and now his father finally came out. What is his father doing? He is suing Daniel Penny. He's suing him. That's a horrible father. I grew up with our father, so if Mr. Andre Zachary really cared about his son, he should have been there since day 1, day 2, day 3, maybe been there since he was 4 or 5. This lowlife abandoned his son. And when his son passed away, he came out and tried to capitalize, make money off of his son's death. That is a piece of shit of a father, and you should be ashamed of yourself, Andre. Shame of yourself. I pray to God to forgive you. That's just my 2 cents. I may be too aggressive right there, villagers, but you have to look at case, facts, and where were these so-called family when Jordan Neely needed them the most. 42 arrests and cause havoc to law-abiding citizen, it's not good. Actions have consequences. It's unfortunate that Mr. Jordan Neely had to pay with his life, but that's what happened when you make a decision that may potentially hurt another human being. I'll jump to this too, and this one bothers me a lot because woke media, legacy media love to capitalize on black and white controversy. The NAACP, what did they say? Right here. The acquittal of Daniel Penny in the death of Jordan Neely has effectively given license for vigilante justice to be waged on black community without consequence. Bullshit. Let me continue. It's a painful reminder of the inequities in our justice system. Jordan deserved compassion. Instead, he was met with violence. We stand with his family in calling for accountability. This Twitter account is what we call capitalize on another man's death for your own gain. They got fact-checked. And this is what actually happened. Daniel Penny did not act alone in defending himself and others from Neely. A black man can be clearly seen assisting Penny to subdue Neely. A black woman testified in defense of Penny. There is no evidence that Penny was motivated by race, but these BLM, this woke legacy media, they love to bring everything into race, because when people talk about race, they get bananas. They go crazy because the hatred builds up in their heart. The moment you unlock that hatred, it goes all over the place. That's why you don't act when you're mad or sad. You make decision when you are comfortable and happy. That is usually how you should make a decision. So for these BLM trying to burn down our country again, shame on you, because you may not believe in God, but there is a higher being and they're watching. I'm not praying bad for you and your mamas. I'm saying there is something called karma. Fafo. You fuck around, you're going to find out the hard way. That's my 2 cents. It's not going to pay for your bills, but the more you listen, the better your life will be. And this is a fact. So with that aside, I was going to drop everything and proceed with my life until I came upon this tweet by Pastor Ben. He's a fake Christian, by the way, and this is what he had to say. Forget WWJD, that would stand for What Would Jesus Do? Instead, he twisted, make it into his own racist belief. WWDPD, that stands for What Would Daniel Penny Do? What would Daniel Penny do? He strangled a homeless and hungry man for 5 minutes longer than he was a threat to anyone on the train, as they all got off 30 seconds into the chokehold. What's that? He wouldn't feed the hungry homeless man like Jesus would. Thank God MAGA Christianity doesn't actually follow Jesus. This is what you call a bad Christian. I'm not Christian, but I do read the Bible here and there, so I do understand it, and I have a lot of Christians friends. And this pastor, he's not it. He's not it. He didn't give you the full story. He didn't read any facts, and he is a racist. Let me know in the comment section, villagers, if you think otherwise about Pastor Ben. But I stay away from this person as far as possible. That's what I'm gonna do. Like always, I appreciate you, but let me know in the comment section what you think. Is Daniel Penny a hero or is he a criminal? I'd like to hear both sides of the story. You heard from my side. Let me know in the comment section what you think. And like always, thank you for your support. Your like, your comment is helping our small community grow. Make sure you take care of your family, take care of yourself, and most importantly, take care of your health, villagers. Until next time.